Welcome back, everybody, to the Pokemon TPP version playthrough. This is part 30, the big 3-0. And there's some things that, a handful of things that I have to talk about. But first, we're going to be doing some more of the magical ROM hack edited stuff that is in the TPP version playthrough, which involves this, literally talking to the bed. Starts this little side thing. I wanted to call it a cutscene, but it's not really. And talk to this guy, and this is awfully familiar, very Gen 2, and oh dear God, that's a lot of commands. Alright, you know, I'm pretty sure I've seen that before I did this playthrough, and that's the reason why I have that in the video descriptions for this playthrough, as well as I think it was like the hint that I gave before this playthrough started. Anyway, so now we're battling Dreamrun, which is actually a reference to the original TwitchPlaysPokémon run of Pokémon Red, and all 6 of the Pokemon that this Red is going to be using is parallel to the team that TwitchPlaysPokemon originally had for the original Red run. So we're starting off with Zapdos, who I had to look up the lore here so that I knew what I was talking about here. This is Battery Jesus, which is was actually nicknamed AA-J, and it was the Zapdos of the team. It's already gone, because Rocky is putting in work. And now we move on to the Nidoking, if I can find it. This was apparently lots of A's, aka the Fawns. It was nicknamed the Fawns because whenever the Fawns would appear in a scene in Happy Days, he would say, "Ay!" Funny. Alrighty, so that's it for Nidoking already. See ya, Fonzie. Now we're moving on to Omastar. I think everybody, even people who aren't even familiar with Twitch Plays Pokemon, should be familiar with this. This is Lord Helix, aka God, the Helix fossil that later became Omanyte and Omastar. Of course, praise Helix. You know, it's one of the global Twitch emotes now. It's called Praise It. Yeah. This Omastar is quite the star, but it's already gone because, Acid Reflux is just too powerful for it. Let me move on to Venomoth, who, I'm looking for... this was apparently ATV. Its nickname was literally ATTTTVVVV, and it was nicknamed All-Terrain Venomoth or Dragon Slayer. Venomoth most famous for his role in single-handedly taking out Elite Four member Lance's Dragonite. And it poisoned my Raichu, my Mouser, which I was not too happy about because, as you know, I have to do extra work with the backgrounds for that. Dang you, ATV. He's trying to be the Mouser Slayer. Unfortunately, I forgot that Venomoth is bug poison and not, like, bug flying or poison flying. I always get confused with Venomoth and Beedrill. Like, I literally forget both of their type combinations. I don't know, it baffles me. So I move on to Lapras, who is nicknamed Air, like A with a lot of I's after and a lot of R's, aka Air Jordan. Female Lapras appeared in Twitch Plays Pokemon. So yeah, that was the whole thing. It was Air. They nicknamed it Air Jordan. It doesn't really say what it did. Like there's I don't know. There's all this like sort of like really in-depth lore stuff that I really don't want to get into because I just kind of want to move on from this. But yeah, that's all we got from it. I don't know why it's a female Lapras. Because there were no genders in Gen 1. I don't really know why it's female. Whatever. It's gone now. I was going to send out Mouser. I did, right? And then it got kind of beat up. So then I was like, yeah, forget it. Then I was thinking about sending out Acid Reflux, but it's half ice type. So I said, yeah, I probably shouldn't do that. And now we move on to last but not least, Bird Jesus, which I didn't even need to look up the lore for that. I'm familiar with the Pidgeot. Apparently it's very popular. It's got a lot of information on its page here on the Twitch Plays Pokemon Wiki. But it's done now, because Moop. Start 9. Moop took it down. If anybody's unfamiliar, of course, Twitch Plays Pokemon works by people inputting commands in the chat, like A, B, and then press the subsequent button on, the emulator, the Game Boy, whatever, to whatever the chat types in. You can also do multiple commands by putting a number after a specific command. So if you typed start 9, which is the maximum amount of commands that you can do in one line is 9 commands, then you would have the game press start 9 times in a row. Alrighty, so now we move on to Vermilion City, so we can, again, do some more of the fancy Twitch Plays Pokemon ROM hacky stuff. Also, a couple of things that I wanted to get to was, you know, I think I spoke a little too soon. In part, I believe it was 26 of this playthrough when at the very beginning when I said, oh yeah, we're totally moving on, yeah, I can see the end of this playthrough already, and then I took another break. So, you know, I'm sorry for that. You know, again, it happens, and you know, I was really getting hyped for it, and I was like, man, the playthrough is almost done, I'm so close, and yeah, this is great, and I recorded everything, and then I just stopped making the videos. But I'm here now. So here we go. This is legendary. Pushing the truck with strength. And what's that underneath? It's Mew! Wow! The meme comes to life. So Mew goes ahead and bounces away. I was a little bit confused about this because I didn't quite know what you were supposed to do afterwards. Also, quick shout out to Projectrevo, TPP, who does swing by my IRC channel every so often. Usually whenever I upload one of these videos for the playthrough, he'll swing by and talk to me about it. And he told me a bunch of the, you know, post-game stuff and how to do it. Unfortunately, he didn't quite tell me what I had to do after I found Mew under the truck, which I just had to talk to that fisherman there, the one that originally takes your ticket for the SSN. And now we move on to this very otherwise devious area. This was quite devious for Twitch Plays Pokemon because there were a lot of holes placed in the ground, and because, you know, Twitch Plays Pokemon is a bunch of different people with delay, mind you, punching in commands in a chat, the holes were very, very dangerous. Also, as you can see from my Pokedex, I have 150 Pokemon logged in the Pokedex, because, you know, I just do. I also wanted to show Wigglytuff's area, because this is where wild Wigglytuffs will spawn. God, that was like wacky, waving, inflatable, flailing arm tube man. Don't ask me how I memorized that. And just to show that the little, like, island or whatever that was, punched in onto the map there, that's the area that we're in, this little hacked-in area. Alrighty. So we have to maneuver around this dungeon very carefully, Kappa, and I'm trying to find, like, where exactly I'm supposed to go. I think I sort of kind of looked up, like, I think originally what I just did was I looked up how to actually get to this area, but I didn't look up, like, the way to get through it or anything. I think there was, like, a video or something when the actual Twitch Plays Pokemon chat actually got to this point. And I really didn't want to sit through and watch all that. And then I found this little area here with surf, and I was like, oh, okay, it seems likely. Let's go ahead and do that. I mean, you can see there's holes all over the place. Very, very, I can envision, you know, the chat not only going crazy for this, you know, custom added, little side quest area, you know, to get Mew, but also the Bible I can see the Bible thumbs spamming the chat in my mind every time they fall through a hole and have to start over again. Oh, here we go. I think I found the way. Possibly, maybe one of these holes. Is this new? I can't remember. I think, no, it's not new. Crap. Oh, yeah, let's keep that repel going. I would like to actually keep that going so that I don't have to deal with any wild Pokemon. That would be nice. Oh, another thing that I forgot to mention, I was supposed to mention right off the bat, that all my Pokemon are level 100 now, because, yeah, a lot of the post-game stuff, it deals with level 100 Pokemon, as we saw with the Dreamrun battle. And also something coming up later on in this very video, very soon, actually. Once we're done here with this Mew hunting expedition. Ah, here we go. Now we're getting somewhere. Now, there he is. Alright. Okay, so now we found Mew's super secret, super duper awesome, super special secret hideaway. And there it is. Mew, 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 Mew. You know, God, this really reminds me of the Mew glitch video that I uploaded. Which, you know, again, that was before I knew how to make videos not be blurry in Sony Vegas. So the video did come out a little bit blurry, and I remember I was really disappointed with that. But we caught ourselves a Mew, and that is Pokemon number 151. Now, if I recall correctly, what Projectrevo told me was if you do catch all 150, log them into the Pokédex, and then go ahead and get your diploma, which is that's what we're going to be doing after we nickname this guy. What am I going to be nicknaming him? Yeah, we did it. Twitch. Twitch.chat, TPP, everybody involved. Alrighty. Bye-bye, off to Bill's PC you go, where you will never be seen again. Unfortunate, but true. I can't remember if I saved like a log or something of conversations that I had with Projectrevo, but if I recall correctly, he said that you have to get all 151 Pokemon, then go and get your diploma, and then you can unlock the final portion of the game. What the? Okay, that was devious. The final portion of the game, which we will be doing again after the diploma. Spoilers. But meanwhile, oh, I love this part here. This is a very amazing bit of magic of video editing here. I was gonna say, where am I going? We're gonna fly. Now, I accidentally picked Pallet Town because I think I was spamming A, and well, instead of Pallet Town, we're going to Celadon City. Yay! Whoa, Pallet Town sure got different since the last time I was here. So yeah, again, I accidentally picked Pallet Town. I meant to go to Celadon City. And yeah, like I said, we're gonna be getting the diploma. In the meantime, there are a handful of comments from the previous video that I wanted to read. First of all, Brian, aka 0B36, says, I remember back before X and Y came out, there was a Mega Mewtwo trailer, and you said Y looked like an unborn baby. I'm pretty sure that was the general consensus, was that it did look like that. Not sure when it was. It could have been a stream or something, or maybe one of the rare times we were talking on Skype. But last video, you named your Mewtwo Opinus. Yes, I do remember that. Hey, player Anthony, congrats. This diploma certifies that you have completed your Pokédex. Thank you, Game Freak. Hello, I put the female character there in the bottom right. Also, that guy in the bottom left there was extra weird. He was like, he's talking about all the waifus in the game. He's like, I really like Misty. Oh, and I also like Erica. Oh, isn't Sabrina cute? I probably got those out of order, but still. He goes on to say, so I took wordplay and said it's nice to see O-Penis come back because they sounded similar. I was basically just making a dirty joke and you didn't get what I was doing. I mean, there's no way he's serious. That has to be a joke. The entire point of me naming it was that joke, and it was also a reference to Super Mario 64 when I was talking about that. Unbelievable, Brian. So here it is! This is the part that we unlock once we get all 151 Pokemon, get the diploma, and then we go back to the Elite Four. If the banner's any indication, we are going to have a round 2 for the Elite Four, and the music does change. I remember Projectrevo did tell me that if you hear the gym leader music when you start battling the Elite Four, that means you did it right. And look, she has 6 Pokemon, they're all over 100. So, thumbs up, I think we did it right. Alright, so round 2, here we go with the Elite Four. I think we all know who they are by now, but I went back and I re-edited the old banner, the old sidebars, and updated it with the flashy, fancy new gold background instead of the previous dark and red thing that I had going on there. Very ominous is what I was looking for, or going for, I mean. So yeah, I think Brian's just lost his marbles. Apparently Arichi Mira says, wow, that wheezing was suicidal to the end. Rocky has done nothing but watch it explode. What? I don't know what I was battling there. What was I battling? Oh, it must have... Oh, Koga. Phobo911 says, you're a sexy, delicious beast and I want to eat you. Thank you for that. Dragonite Spam says, commentated doesn't give me a squiggly red line under it when I type it into the comment box, so I have to assume that means it's a real word. 030. Yeah, I guess it is then. You know, I guess I talked something about like if commentated was a word. I wasn't 100% sure, but apparently Dragonite Spam's spell checker has confirmed that it is indeed a real word. You know, I think the only really disappointing thing that I find about this round 2 battle is how limited the ice types were in this game. There's like, what, 3? 4 or something? Like, actual ice types in Gen 1, so, like, they had to pad it with, like, some straight-up just water types. She had, like, a Sea King. That's unfortunate. What is it? It's like, there's... I'm pretty sure Seal isn't ice until it evolves into Dugong. So there's Dugong, Jinx, Lapras... I think that's it. Is that it? I'm gonna look that up, actually. I have to know. And the limited amount of time that I have left to do this commentary here. So unsurprisingly, why am I saying Vaporeon? I was thinking, Vaporeon is another one of the water types that they padded it with. Let's see. Beep beep beep. Articuno. There we go. Where's Dugong? Oh, there's Dugong. Oh, and Cloyster. Okay, so there's like 5. Right? Am I counting? I'm not even counting that right, am I? It was Jinx, Articuno, Dugong, Cloyster, Lapras. Okay, 5. Alright, I was right. So yeah, 5. Wow, amazing. And we don't even... Oh no, she did use Cloyster. Pretty sure she has Lapras, Dugong. Oh, she doesn't have Articuno. I'm like, wait a minute, there's one missing. Articuno. Yeah, that would be so amazing if she just had an Articuno. I would love that, honestly. I think that would be so good. For this. I don't think that it would be, like, broken or anything, you know, the people that, you know, did this ROM hack probably thought, oh, maybe Articuno's a little bit too strong, at least for this particular battle. I disagree. I don't think Articuno would be that bad, especially because if somebody's ROM hacking Pokemon Red, they know what they're getting themselves into, and they know how to get through this game and beef their Pokemon up, through legal means or not. In my case, not. Oh my god, that is frighteningly close. What just happened? So... Yeah, you know, I think Articuno would have been a pretty cool surprise twist for her, like, her final Pokemon. Instead of, like, a Sea King. I don't really mind the Vaporeon. I like Vaporeon. But Articuno would have been super cool. Ha, get it? Cool. Whoa. We won! What a surprise! Do-do-do, ha ha ha, how dare you. How dare you again, right? Too bad they didn't, like, edit the text. I don't know where I was going there. Too bad they didn't edit the text to make it, like, say something, you know, like, oh, yeah, hey, you're here again, dude. How's it going? Alright, so we're gonna be switching out for, Velocitus. Because, of course, this guy's gonna be having a lot of fighting types. What are we talking about here? Pyukumuku says the psychic type itself wasn't that overpowered in Gen 1, it's just that Mewtwo and Alakazam gave the typing as a whole a bad rap. Okay. Again, even still, Psychic literally had no weaknesses to it, aside from the very weak Bug-type moves. And there was nothing that it couldn't, like, there was nothing that resisted it. You know, there was Ghost-type was supposed to be strong against it. There were no actual Ghost-type moves that did damage, aside from, what's that move called? The one that does damage equal to the level. Like, it's escaping me right now. And of course, the only Ghost types in Gen 1 were half poison, so they were weak to Psychic type. So yeah, Psychic type was absolutely overpowered in Gen 1. I don't care what you say, Pyukumuku. That's what I think, and you're not gonna make me unthink it. Got him. He also says, I understand that they had basically no weakness, but today Electros has basically no weakness, and its rating is PU. Lowest tier there is. Okay. It's a lot different between Gen 1 and Gen 5. Like, Electros is not that great in Gen 5 because there's so many other things to deal with it. Like, in Gen 1, there were no actual moves to deal with Psychic types aside from, like, Pin Missile, and no, like, actual Ghost-type moves that would do a lot of damage either. What? It just killed itself! I forgot that happened! That's so funny. Look, I'm literally sitting there, like, laughing about that. It did high jump kick, missed, and died. That's great. Oh, I'm so glad I tapped back in and saw that. But yeah, there's so much difference between Gen 1 and Gen 5. Just, like, they were such different games mechanically. Alrighty, so that is it for Bruno. Very easy fight, good lord, just sweep with Velocitus and we're done. How could we lose? Because your fighting types are bad? I don't know. Anyway, that's going to be it for this part of the Pokemon TPP version playthrough. Join me in part 31, which will actually be the final part. Finally. See you all next time.